She screamed at 5 police cars like she was the queen of Texas arrest this trespasser now while I stood there holding a box of kitchenware, wondering what the hell I'd just moved into. I'd bought that ranch with cash, no loans, no strings, just a promise I'd made to my late wife that one day I'd retire somewhere quiet, somewhere with white fences and red barns and stars you could actually see at night. Her dream, my promise, and apparently Brenda Langston's personal nightmare. Let me back up a sec. My name's Colton Reeves. I'm 52, used to run logistics in Tulsa. Worked my ass off for 30 years. Finally hung it up to move to a ranch just outside of Bell County, Texas. Bought the land fair and square. No HOA. No restrictions, just peace. Until Brenda came marching across the field like she was leading a military charge, demanding to see authorization. I hadn't even turned off the engine when she banged on my truck window, shrieking about Cedar Ridge Estates' standards and how I hadn't been approved by the board. I told her, politely, that this wasn't her jurisdiction. Showed her the deed. She slapped it out of my hands, called it fake, started recording herself crying, saying I'd threatened her after I said good morning. Yeah, that happened. Within 20 minutes, 3 squad cars rolled up. Brenda practically tackled the first officer. Poor guy looked like he'd already seen this act before. I handed over every paper I had, deed, purchase agreement, zoning confirmation, and after a tense minute, the officer looked up and said, "Sir, everything's in order. This land isn't part of Cedar Ridge." You could see the color drain from her face. She doubled down anyway, said I might be a criminal. Or a cult leader. I almost laughed. Almost. But Brenda wasn't done. Over the next few weeks, she weaponized everything. Filed noise complaints about my chickens. Sent anonymous texts claiming my coop was a biohazard. Posted on the community Facebook group that I'd built illegal structures. Even sent a forged inspection notice claiming I had 30 days to comply. I was burning through savings just to hire a lawyer to tell her to back off. And the worst part, neighbors started avoiding me, closing curtains when I walked by. Her smear campaign was working. Then came Evelyn, my wild card, a retired librarian with a cane and a backbone of steel. She'd lived across the road for decades. Let me guess. She said when I knocked, "Brenda's got her claws in you now." She gave me the full history. Brenda and her lawyer husband had been lording over this place for years, faking documents, siphoning HOA funds, crushing anyone who questioned them. I started recording everything, meetings, rants. Even caught her bragging on tape about hiring fake inspectors to find something on my land. That was my turning point. I gave the recording to my son Eli. What Brenda didn't know was that Eli's not just my boy. He's a special agent with the state's corruption task force. At the next HOA meeting, Brenda was up on her usual soapbox when Eli walked in. Not as my son, as an officer of the law, flashed his badge, dropped a stack of warrants on the table. "Brenda Langston, you're under arrest for embezzlement, fraud, and criminal conspiracy." The room went silent, then exploded. Phones out, neighbors shouting. And there she was, still trying to cry her way out. But nobody was buying it this time. Eli cuffed her right there, in front of the whole town, with my chickens clucking in the background like it was a damn parade. You'd think that was the end. But as we were walking back to the house, I saw a man in a dark suit, watching from the tree-lined briefcase in hand, sunglasses on, real government vibes. When he noticed I'd spotted him, he turned and walked away, and just like that, I knew this wasn't over. So, tell me, do you think justice was served, or is there still a deeper game being played? Drop your thoughts below, because this war might be bigger than just a white fence and a pissed-off retiree.